to look at the Fansville Advantage presented by Dr. Pepper. It's when we look ahead to next week to see who has the advantage when it comes to a home game. We're going to look at an SEC matchup. LSU headed to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. A big moment for Jaden Daniels at LSU, as we were just talking about, HC. We saw the crowd in person for that Texas matchup. Yes. What kind of advantage do you think that they have at Alabama?
A huge advantage. We know from watching this game last year what it meant for LSU being at home, right? At the real Death Valley, Christine, not Clemson, LSU.
Anyways.
Right? So I think going into this game this year and it being at Alabama, if it's one thing I think the fans could, learn from the Texas game, it's that they need to be louder. They need to be more rowdier, right, to the opposing team and make things difficult for them from an offensive standpoint. So I can see this being an advantage for Alabama in this matchup.
Pat McAfee doesn't have a shirt on right now, just FYI, in case anybody was wondering what I'm looking at. That sounded weird. Anyways.
Fansville advantage.
Lyles, which team are you most impressed with when it comes to LSU and Alabama?
I mean, if we're talking about the entirety of the season, I would say Alabama. Obviously, LSU didn't get off to the start.
This is what I was looking at, just FYI.
That they wanted to. That's okay. But I will say, with LSU, as of late, I've been mostly impressed with them. And Stanford Steve just mentioned Jaden Daniels. Statistically speaking, he has been the best player in college football the last 4 weeks. 14 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. Obviously, his completion percentage has gone up this year. To me, I've just been more impressed with LSU as of late because of that young man, because he has been the best player in college football.
All right, that is next week. This week, obviously, a really big one here in Utah.